I'm glad I put myself here because I was about to say, I don't remember what I'm doing, but we were going to do the Great Rune activation. And then just some overworld stuff. I don't think there's too much left besides a handful of caves. And I can't remember the name of the next sort of big dungeon. I keep wanting to say Anne Orlando, but I know for a fact that's wrong. I can just teleport. What's going on? What's the haps? Well, kind of an uneventful weekend. In terms of getting stuff done. And not through the fact that I wasn't working on stuff. Just because, you know, I was sketching and nothing really panned out. I did do a lot of study, as usual. Sorry, I was trying to not just like cough and burp into the microphone. Yeah, I did a lot of study. Just like figure drawing. You know, the usual spiel. And I think I'm kind of at that point again where things are shifting towards being better. Nice wrong button. What am I playing? Monster Hunter? So I was doing that. For the weekends, I tend to do longer poses. I try and do a handful of 2 minutes and 10 minutes. So I can kind of give myself a chance to slow down, spot the problems, maybe try and solve them. That's really been helping. The 5 minutes are basically just to repeat procedures. The 10 minutes are to refine. And I find that's been helping. Since I've been doing that, since it feels like, you know, doing the same routine is, you know, important. But I get a sense that bad habits can start to happen, or just like not really any progression in ways of drawing. So that's been going on. There's a couple ideas I want to try and work on. I don't know if I'm going to really give myself the chance to sketch any of it during the week. Oh. But we'll see. We'll see. I really just want to get this one book done and out of the way. Which I didn't spend any time on it on the weekend, which is the usual. Don't. But we're getting there. And I know I said it wasn't really helping, but it kind of it indirectly helps. It's like where I don't think the way the book breaks down shapes and form and anatomy that well, in terms of like, this is the shape you should be trying to draw. Trying to recreate what is drawn is helping me in the sense that like, oh, I really struggle with, you know, getting this right. Or, man, when I do this, it looks really wrong. So I did kind of skill up. I took a step back, looked at some proportion and anatomy, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing this like way too like low or way too high or not high enough. So we're starting to get a better eye for it, which is good. Don't you dare. We're dead. Just hit terminal velocity and the game was like, you're dust. Oh, we were gonna do Nokron. That was what we were gonna do. I can't stand this video game. This is why I didn't come here earlier, because I knew I sucked at it. So that was the art. I'm thinking I'll shift from idea 1 to idea 2, because I do have a couple. Where one is a kind of, again, going to be pushing the envelope a little bit more forward. Idea 2, I think, is a little bit more of just refine the process. I mean, idea 2 would also be that, but idea 2 at the base level would be a little bit more ambitious. Just in terms of, like, composition, which I want to improve at. You did that on purpose, game. And y'all know I take breaks. I didn't take too many breaks. I mean, I took kind of a big break on Saturday. Sort of anyone thinking or hoping that Mario RPG would come back with the post-game stuff, but I did that all off stream. I ended up just grinding to max level, which is 30, and I think we ended the game at like level 22, 23. Because all the post-game bosses are really tough. I mean, they're tough. Some of them are just tough because the fight is just difficult. Some of them are tough because they have like a mechanic you have to play around. So I got to max level, and then there was just one fight where I'm like, this is just impossible. I am not equipped to handle this. So I looked up Mario RPG best equipment, because I wanted to know if there was like a quest line or like a hidden treasure somewhere. And there was a hidden treasure somewhere. And I was very tempted to stream this. I wasn't tempted to stream like the secret bosses or anything. But this part I was tempted to stream. So I didn't know this. Pretty boy, thank you for the follow. In Mario RPG, there's a character that like counts like your record for like super jumps, how many times you've done it. And at 30 he gives you a really good accessory for Mario. And at 100 he basically gives you a piece of equipment that makes Mario invincible. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I want Mario to be invincible. So like, how tough can it be? 100 super jumps. And if you watch the playthrough, I think I maybe got to like 20 something just out of sheer, you know, playing the game. I maybe peaked into 30. I could not tell you. So I'm like, okay, well, here's the new goal. I mean, there were guys that's like, you should do it on this guy because he's immune to jump damage. You can practice as much as you want on him and also do it. So that's what I did. And it took me, I could not tell you, man, probably like 4 hours of me just like pressing A. It was kind of unbearable, and like I watched videos where it's like, oh, you should press A, you know, in this timing. Yeah, 4 hours of pressing A. It was not Pog, and I'll tell you why it was not Pog. So I was watching tutorials, it's like, press A at this point. Oh, actually, you shouldn't use like a timing thing, you should use a visual cue. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, Mario's hand kind of does this. I was using the hand, I was using his hat, I was using his shoes. And I think the shoe was the best one. And then when I finally started getting it, like very early on, like I would say within the first 2 hours, I was about to do it. I got to 99 and then dropped it. I dropped at 99. And I wish I was streaming. I wish I was streaming when that happened. How do I get all the way down? Isn't there like another... I'm doing something wrong, and I don't remember this area. I thought this went down. What did I screw up? Oh, this is the way forward. What? I thought this was a shortcut from the top. That's what I screwed up. Yeah, after that 99, man, I got shook. And like, there were a couple runs where it was like, okay, I could get 30 pretty consistent, and then like, I couldn't even break 10. I think if I streamed it and trimmed it down, it would kind of be watchable. Because near the end, I was just like... I had to time my blinks. Has there ever been a game where, like, you needed, like, blink strats? Like, okay, keep your eyes open, and okay, you can blink now. Because that was pretty much the hardest part, is like, my eyes were just so dry. Like, please. Please, I don't want to look at Mario anymore. I don't want to look at his shoe. Or this one spot. But man, once you get that, it's just GG. Like, nobody even comes close to beating Mario. So I pretty much wrapped up all the post-game stuff, and I would think all the meaningful content that isn't just like the casino and like getting every item, basically in like 20 hours. me with the double. That was my Saturday. It was basically just arc grind and trying to do 100 jumps. Which I don't ever want to do again. And now I can free up my Nintendo Switch, which is nice. Because my RPG's been in there for like a month. Oh, nice. Nice play. Why did he kill me? In like 3 hits? There's no Stake of America? Fun. Oh, but there was a Site of Grace. I forgot. Don't do the double. And Sunday was pretty much just trying to get a good sketch out. Didn't happen. No damage to this guy. Uh-oh. Maybe out of our depth a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. That's one. Gonna need like 6 of those. I'm dead? I'm dead? Really? Am I gonna have to swap to a bleed weapon? You gonna make me do it, game? I don't really want to reinvest into another weapon. Actually, it would be nice if I had a somber smithing stone 7, so I could just upgrade this up to 9. That would be really nice. I should have looked up where one is, but I didn't. There's probably a really easy one to get, but like I told you, man, I was not playing Elden Ring. I did play Monster Hunter. I did try and blitz through the last bit of Base World. So that's done. Nice. You know, I'm glad Lies of P stole that move. Because they made it way easier to avoid. Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll add a little bit more variety. I know I said, you know, I was looking to maybe up the stream time a little bit. And I didn't know this came out. This video was a few days old. I mean, it's still new, but I didn't see it when it first came out. I weirdly started there. But Ludwig put out another guide to streaming video, and I've talked about his first one probably since it came out a year and a bit ago, maybe 2 years, and it was mostly the same. But he did bring up shorts because they're now more established in YouTube, and he said, hey, you should stream for the clip now. You should still try and get a YouTube video made, but you should try and get at least one clip per stream. So that's going to be something we're aiming for. And obviously, you know, the more you stream, the longer you stream, the more likely that's going to happen. We're dead. I don't think I can beat this guy right now. I think our weapon just does no damage. Or I just have to get so good at fighting this guy that it doesn't matter. Oh. Thank you. Thanks for reading my input. That move is actually so easy to dodge. That one's not so easy to dodge. That was close. Sorry, excuse me. Usually I mute when I clear my throat, but I decided not to. Okay, I think if we go to bleed, I think we got this guy. And I think it's not... Actually, how much did that do? Let's go to round table hold. And before swapping to bleed, we'll try the holy damage.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, should I activate a rune arc? I could. It would help. What does Radon's do? HP, stamina, FP. That's everything. About the same. That was not the right vial. I don't know why I said vial. When have I never, or when have I ever used a word that isn't flask? I'm doing way worse. We're going bleed. We're going bleed. Ash of War. Probably should have changed this too, since I have the fire damage scaling. He knew. I'm not looking at my stamina at all. He's cheating. Why was that string so long? Okay, this time for realsies. And I just kind of stopped talking about Monster Hunter, but I just wanted to say that I plan on... We'll do like a 3-way split right now. So it's going to be Elden Ring, Gravity Rush, and Monster Hunter. I thought it had one of those hitboxes, but I guess I just got lucky. That was very lucky. He's toast. Got one more set of combos, and then he's done. I just need to not get hit by like 3 moves in a row. Keep doing moves like that. It's so weird when they give a boss a second phase, and his moves are easier to avoid than the first phase. But I feel like that's kind of like balanced, which sounds weird. Like they're easier to dodge, but they're maybe more punishing. Lead is OP. I definitely think we were maybe supposed to fight that guy maybe a little bit later. I mean, we could almost use this. Yeah, he was worth like 100,000 too, so maybe a little bit later. It's fine. We've got 30. I don't think our stats are causing us to do low damage right now. I think it's mostly the weapon scaling. Got 2. Torn. Got lots of HP, but I know we're gonna need more. How was that area? Oh, I didn't look up Alexander's quest. I'm dumb. Alexander West line. Is there no set of grace here? What the heck? Okay, at least that guy's done. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? I want to talk about other things, but in different sections of stream. Because like I said, with Ludwig's video, you know, the goal is to make clips. And, oh, actually, something that, so I was looking back into editing content again, because I mentioned this before the weekend. I think it is important to get some edited content back into the pipeline. But I don't want to use the free stuff that I've been using. I want to use something more professional. Okay, I know where we need to go. Oh, yeah, we weren't doing this yet. We were going to do Nokron. But I looked into, you know, what is, like, pretty good and not a, like, subscription service. And it looks like Sony Vegas, or I guess it's just called Vegas Pro now, is up there. And they do sell that on Steam. And based on the reviews, it does go on sale. I don't know, like, at the same time as, like, Steam summer sales, but maybe. It's, like, $250, so I'm not looking to put the money into it yet. But I think that's the next step. So I'm probably just going to use, you know, the free stuff and even just like the YouTube editor to maybe trim down some stream highlights. I did try that just like as an experiment. I didn't really care if the video did well. And it does work. So like a little 5-minute video did go up on the highlights channel. It did not really hit the algorithm, but I wasn't really trying to. I did try a little bit, but I probably should have tried maybe a little harder. The first go before, it kind of got seen a couple times. But that's kind of why I want to keep certain topics in certain games. Like, I don't want to talk about Monster Hunter stuff and we're playing Elden Ring, because I think if like a clip showed up or even just like a highlight of the stream got uploaded, I'd want it to be more relevant so that, you know, it kind of ends up in the right people's hands. So I've been thinking about that. So not so great edited content will be around. I should say not so great, but you know, within my limitations. I mean, it's not really, I'm just, it's a weird way of saying like I just want to not put more time into something I know I'm going to abandon and then relearn a new program. But I can essentially do what I've been doing just like innately on Twitch. And then when we got the good stuff, you know, then we'll look into, you know, making things fancy. Why did I think there was something up here? Is there something up here? Oh. You know, a little bit of space would have been nice, game. Okay, guess you're not gonna give me that. Yeah, it felt weird. It feels weird that I invested so much into like, okay, well now I've got these sound bits. I've got like royalty-free music, or at least claim-free. And then like stop making edited videos. But I knew they weren't good enough, and a part of it, not like the main reason, which I don't think it really mattered too much, but it made me feel like it mattered, was being limited to export at 30 FPS. And also, like, the way I had to format the video, like, before even editing it, was supremely annoying, because if the main video was way too long, the export would just, like, not work. It would just be, like, corrupted. And that kind of killed it for me a couple times. Like, I think I made the Jump King video, like, twice. And it was almost, like, 2.5 times because, like, I had to, like, not only edit the video down to, like, work, I then had to, like, edit it to, like, be edited. Like, be haha funny. But, like, it was just, I just don't want to deal with that anymore. Not the editing part, but, like, I know this video is not going to export, or, like, chance it. Can this guy just, like, fall over? Oh no, I already used it. We're dead. I screwed up. Yeah, I think if I put maybe a little bit more effort into the shorts, I won't get so burnt out. It does mean I'll have to watch my own content. I mean, in my spare time. I mean, like, there's not a problem with, like, watching it. I mean, in my spare time. That was maybe not smart. What? Oh, thank you. Would have been nice to get that last time, but maybe should have just played a little bit differently. Second off. Lucky. What is this Elden Ring-esque move? Agreed? Only a 5? What? He actually gave me like a 7. I would have been so happy. Yeah, that was kind of going through my mind. How am I going to go forward with editing? Because I want to stay more consistent than I have. Even if the quality kind of matters. But I mean, I think if it's kind of like in the same format most other people have it in, I don't think it really would matter too much. Yeah, thinking about that, thinking about just some art projects. I had Mary Brown's chicken for the first time today, which is why I was kind of late. got the spicy Harry Brown's chicken. It was really good. That's all I have to say. I mean, it was pretty spicy. It was like almost ghost pepper level. I don't know what kind of pepper they use, but it was like, it was up there, and it was within the range of I like it this spicy, and it's still like eatable. I always get laughed at for using the word eatable. Like, oh, what do you mean, edible? And I'm like, no. Yes, but no. Like, edible is like, oh, is this... is this safe to eat? Is this edible? But like, eatable means like, can this be eaten? Like, are you allowed to eat it? Anyway, so that's the exact same as edible. No, it's eatable. Come on, we need a somber 7. Pretty expensive though. You know what? At least good. I feel like this is the wrong weapon to have in this area. Smithing stone 5. Fine. Need 6 now on our weapon, so whatever. Plus, I forget, like, you can start buying pretty much every level except for Ancient, I believe, later in the game, so it doesn't really matter. You just have to spelunk a little bit. Man, we gotta be getting a Nintendo Direct soon. Splatoon DLC kind of creeping up. And it's like, are they gonna wait until after that DLC drops? No, it's gotta be like close. Like, it's gotta be near the end of February we're gonna get that Direct. But I don't know. Like, it feels like if they do a Direct, it's gonna be a problem. And not like a real problem, but like a... Like, if they announce the Switch 2, like, people are not gonna buy either the games coming up, or they're not gonna buy a Nintendo Switch, or they're not gonna buy the Switch 2. It's a weird position to be in when you have so much stuff lined up, and they don't have so much stuff. Like, they have the Splatoon DLC, They've got Paper Mario coming up. And that's about it. I know there's the Princess Peach game, but I was kind of anticipating that to be kind of like a launch title for the Switch 2, but if we're kind of in the swimming in the rumors of it being around September, the release date of the Switch 2, you know, obviously that can be thrown out. I was thinking they would do March. Oh, that's where to go. And I mean, it's not really a problem if it's backwards compatible. But even if you say like, oh, it just runs all the Switch games better. I mean, yeah, you could still sell the games for Switch. That would still probably work. But that is like best case scenario. Worst case scenario is you have to buy your Switch games again. But it has to have the little 2 logo on it. Oh, we're getting toasted. That actually worked out so well. Or... oh, that was a guy. I thought that was an item. Yeah, so if September is true, they probably won't say anything about it, which is going to be annoying. Because I know everyone, including myself, just wants them to announce it. Like, just show it. Let us know it's actually coming. And I mean, we know it's actually coming, but like, tangible. Something tangible. Oh, they've got Mario versus Donkey Kong. I forgot about that. But really, not like a crazy huge lineup. Just a last handful of Mario games. And nothing past March, I don't think. So what could they show? They have to show it. They don't have enough. And I think that's why people want it so bad. So much of the stuff is coming out soon. It's like you can't have a direct for February and just show the stuff that's coming out next month and then be like, okay, goodbye. Like, what the heck? And plus, the Mario stuff is not even new games. The re-releases of old games. Princess Peach is new. And the Splatoon DLC. Like, that's it. At least that's what I can think of off the top of my head. Why am I doing this? I had a way out and I didn't take it. So like you can't not show it. What? We know it's coming. It's gonna happen.